Hi there, I'm Minyoung, and today I'm answering all of your dog bakery business questions. If you're new here, welcome! I share dog bakery business tips, dog food and dog treat recipe videos. I also run a How to Start a Dog Bakery online course and helped over 100 entrepreneurs start their own dog treat businesses. Many of them are selling at farmers markets, shows, their own websites, and even wholesale. Amazing, right? I'm hosting a free training where I share how to build and launch a dog bakery business from the ground up. The link to access the free training is in the description box below. Okay, so a while back I sent out an Ask Me Anything email to my email list asking them what questions they have about starting a dog bakery business. I surprisingly received a lot of questions and a lot of them are very similar, and so to keep things organized, I grouped all the questions into 3 categories. I'm going to answer as best as I can without giving too much away since I do cover a lot of these topics in depth in my course. Now let's get into your questions. So can anyone start a doggy bakery from home? Yes and no. This all depends on your Department of Agriculture's animal feed and manufacturing requirements. Wow, that was a mouthful. Unfortunately, there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer because every state has their own process and procedures, and this is why starting a dog bakery is so confusing when you're Googling. Some states are super chill and they don't even require registrations or inspections, but most states do allow home production. So depending on your state, you may need a kitchen inspection approval before you even start manufacturing treats out of your home. If your state doesn't allow home manufacturing, you'll need to find a commercial kitchen to rent. Don't worry, this is not as daunting as it sounds. I do share how to find commercial kitchens that you can rent by the hour in the course. Do you have to send every treat for analysis? Yes. Every single treat flavor has to be submitted for a guaranteed analysis. If you're not sure what this means, this is the lab analysis requirement needed on every single product label. Without this, your products will get rejected by your state when you submit labels for approval in order to sell in your state. A question I often receive is if a cake flavor and a cookie flavor are the same, for example, both are peanut butter banana flavored, would the cake and cookie need separate guaranteed analysis statements? The answer is yes. Even though the flavors are the same, the process and outcome of baking a cookie is very different from a cake. For example, the moisture levels in a cake will be much higher than a cookie. Can I use another company's guaranteed analysis if the flavor is the same? My online course provides all of our best-selling recipes, and I've had many course members reach out asking me if they can use our dog bakery's guaranteed analysis statements. The answer is, I wish I could, but every company does need to do their own guaranteed analysis. Even though they're using the same recipes as ours, factors that can affect the product outcome are humidity levels, the type oven used, either home or commercial, and baking times, just to name a few. Some states will ask for your company's guaranteed analysis certificate, so in that case, you will need to submit it, and if you don't, your labels will get rejected. How do you know which ingredients are safe to use and how much? There is a database with all of the approved dog-safe ingredients. Ingredients used must be on this approved ingredient list, and if it isn't, your state will reject your product labels. As for how much of an ingredient one should use, this is worked out when a baker goes through the recipe development process. This is where you would do a bunch of trial and error batches until you get your perfect recipe. How do you make the treats so that they do not need to be refrigerated upon purchasing? Our bakery didn't use any preservatives, and we shipped our products nationwide and to many retailers across the country. You're not gonna like this, but I do share how we extended our shelf life for biscuits and cookies in my online course. Other dog bakeries use natural preservatives like rosemary extract or mixed tropicals. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I personally never use these, so it's best to contact a food scientist to help you figure out how much to use. How do we make products that our doggy parents can't buy at the store? Creating your own unique product is key. As mentioned before, recipe development is where you come up with your own recipes, but it's how you spin your recipes to make it unique. If you need help with this, I provide our best-selling recipes so you can use it in your dog bakery. I also provide our base recipes so you can tweak and experiment and come up with your own flavors. Do you think it's best to start as a home-based business first or go all in for a storefront? Okay, so this all really depends on how much funds you have and how you want to grow your business. The majority of my course members start from home and grow organically. I have a couple members that went all in with a storefront or a food truck, which is so cool. This all depends on how much capital you have to build out a space and financially support that space. Another thing to think about is how you envision your business. Is it to have a storefront that's open to the public 7 days a week and focusing on serving your community? Or is it to have an online presence and sell your product nationwide? And are you planning on doing wholesale? Yes, you can do it all, but it would take a lot of financial planning and people to help you grow. I think the less stressful way to do it is to start a home-based business first and grow organic. But if you're in the position to go on in, I say do it because then you can grow much faster. In our bakery, we rented an hourly shared commercial kitchen space from the start and organically grew by exhibiting at pet expos, fairs, and on our website. So if you go all in, how can you get an investor or a silent partner to front the money if you can't get a business loan? Okay, so I'm going to answer this question based on my own experience from working with our business mentor and from being a part of a business mentorship program with investors. Very hard to get an investor on board when you have a business that you're just starting out or don't have proof of concept yet. When an investor is looking to invest in a company, they do require proof of sales over a certain period of time. So if you watch Shark Tank, this is usually the first question a shark asks. They want to know your profit, your losses, debts, and want to see the trajectory of a business. It's a huge risk for an investor to put all of their capital into something not knowing if they'll get their money back. You can also work with a business broker, but then again, they require a sales history to move forward. Another way you can raise capital without an investor or broker or proof of sales is through a round of family and friends funding. How do you, or is it possible to get repeat customers just doing markets, or is it better to do an online store? You can definitely do both, and I highly recommend doing both. Having these two sales channels will help give your business traction when starting out. In-person selling also creates a connection to the brand. People are not only purchasing a product, but they also want to support the person or people behind the brand. When selling consistently at weekly markets, your repeat customers will most likely come back and purchase more. And people who purchase in person are usually people that are not going to purchase on your online store to avoid shipping costs. Online selling is awesome because you can reach a lot more people and grow your brand. A way to establish a repeat customer is not to only have great products, but also to have amazing packaging for an unforgettable unboxing experience. One thing we did was include a handwritten note in every order, and throughout our whole entire business, we always receive messages and emails from our customers about how they love the handwritten notes. When you were selling dog treats, what was the best way to sell? Our sales growth happened in 3 phases. Each phase was the best way to sell at that point in time. So as your business grows, the way you sell naturally evolves. The first phase was selling in person, and this was the key to our success. With so many treat options out there, people were looking to connect with people behind the brand. Plus, with a food product, it's easier to sell when a person can see it live and in their hands. Through selling in person, we built a loyal customer base, and we had many customers that purchased from us from day one and supported us throughout the entire time we were in business. The second phase was Instagram and Facebook. People love capturing those special moments with our dogs, especially with food or a treat product. Our customers began posting pics of their dogs with our products, and when more and more people posted, we grew our online business pretty fast. The third phase was selling wholesale. Wholesale is when you sell your products to retailers, and once we got into wholesale, it was a complete game changer for us because we were able to distribute our products to many retailers across the nation. It was pretty awesome to see our products in the store. Since we were a bakery item, our products were usually displayed in the front of the store by the cash register, which is an awesome way for the store to upsell their sales with our products. All of these phases go hand in hand. For example, retailers found us on Instagram and at pet expos. Customers of retailers ended up purchasing our products on our site. As your business grows, you can adjust how you want to sell and where you want to focus your energy on. When we started focusing on wholesale and our online store, we scaled way back on in-person selling. So it's important for you to check your financials and sales often, at least once a week, so you know where your sales are coming from, so you know where to focus your sales strategy. I don't have much money. How much would I need to get started? Every time someone emails me this, I always respond to wait to start a business. Start a savings account and slowly put away funds. Create a list of expenses you think you will need so you can get an estimate on how much to save. Starting a business does require money, and no business is worth getting into a financial hole, which is very easy to do. My advice is to 100% wait until you're financially ready. Is there anything you can share that you learned that you would not do again? Oh my goodness. I would never do in-person deliveries ever again. I used to deliver orders or meet people at random places in my early days, and it took so much time. With shipping, there is no reason to drive around town when you can use that time to work on your business. Plus, you don't have to deal with no-shows. What was your #1 bestseller? Our #1 bestsellers were kawaii-style decorated cookies. What was the hardest part about having a dog bakery? It's a lot of physical labor and very long hours. During the holiday seasons, I worked 18 to 20-hour days, 7 days a week. It was really hard, but when you love what you do, it doesn't really feel like work. Can you make a lot of money selling dog treats? Oh, yes, you can. The pet industry is a booming industry, and we reached our first 10K month pretty fast and grew from there. The way you achieve this is by diversifying your income. We sold in person, through social media, and wholesale. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Amazon. Amazon was huge for us, especially during holidays where our products ranked #1 in the new release category, which was so amazing. How do you stop people from copying you? Oy, when this happens, it's so like, and you really can't do anything, and it's so annoying when it happens. One way we were able to stand out was to offer themed cookies every month or every other month, so this would help keep things fresh and new so customers would be excited to purchase, and when you get an idea, be the first one to put it out. Whew, that covers all the questions today. If you have any other questions, drop a question in the comments section below. I would love to do monthly AMAs or FAQs to help you guys and give dog bakery business tips. You can also find me on Instagram if you'd like to connect with me there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!